I don't speak on the targeting or organized stalking to sound like quote unquote low vibrational, or like I'm stuck in some type of loop, or I'm energy harvesting, or all this pseudo labels. But if you're aware of your targeting, in my opinion, I think that's progressive in itself. If you could really pick apart the tactics, I feel like that's when it ceased to work on you. So, in my opinion, speaking on what you're going through, no matter how you know difficult or challenging, you know the experience is, that doesn't necessarily mean you're being negative. And so I feel like a lot of perps or a lot of people try to get you to stay silent, and have all these ways of criticizing you, especially on YouTube, like how you make your videos or what you speak about, when really nobody's forcing you to watch whatever I upload. Nobody's forcing you to come to my channel. And at the same time, I feel like the truth is really unfiltered. So it's not always going to be, hugs and kisses and rainbows and high vibrational energy, because that's really not how the world is. And I'm not on here telling you, how I'm doing better than you, or bragging about my achievements to try to, you know, flaunt in anybody's face. Because in my opinion, if you're not going through it or going through some type of struggle or challenges, like, are you even a real target individual? And I don't understand how people could say their targeting stopped, because in my opinion, I don't think that's true. I think it stops when you sell out. Because as a TI, I don't believe that the targeting or gang stalking stops. I just think that you get better at overcoming it, and you get better at, not taking the bait and reacting, and doing what these people want you to do, the reaction they want to see out of you. So at the same time, I was just sitting here and I was really thinking, like, these people are so evil and insecure in nature that they'll be, offended and butthurt at the fact that you're alive. That's a win. That's a win in itself. Just being alive, just being able to still experience life. Because that's the whole basis of organized stalking, is to target a person's life, to target you financially, physically, mentally, like, on a spiritual level. It's all to degrade your life. That's what this is about. So if you think about it, that's why if you're a TI and you're walking around, from what I've noticed, it's like people seem so offended and butthurt just to see you, just for you to be moving around, just for you to be on your feet. You got the cars with no license plate synchronizing with you when you leave and go somewhere. You got the cars driving by trying to intimidate you, and driving by, in pairs and stuff, and running stop signs right next to you and try to rev up their engines. Like, I understand why some TIs say that it's the whole city involved in some cases. And that doesn't mean everybody is a perp or a gang stalker, but it's kind of like the majority of people they move into the cities or bring over here. And the people that have been here for years, a lot of them are involved though. Like, it seems like you could just go somewhere simple and back, and like it'll be a whole thing of just organized stalking, street theater, fake traffic, traffic mobbing, and you get all this, you know what I mean? Like, if anything, they're the ones feeding on your energy, you know what I mean? They're the ones trying to energy harvest by being around you. You can't really be nowhere in one area too long by yourself before somebody just pops up out of thin air. You know what I mean? Just for you. They want to be seen, They want to be heard. And so, you could be as peaceful as you want. But going through this program has shown me that people will really try to, get you out of character. And that's why I said, like, once you've been going through this for some time and some years, it's like you just get stronger. You learn not to take the bait. You learn not to react to these people. And what I've realized too is that when you make videos or you comment about this or you speak on this program in any way, shape, or form, or you speak on whatever you want to call organized stalking or gang stalking, because I know people like to critique and pick apart my words. So whatever you want to call organized stalking and gang stalking, when you speak on it, it's like you notice that the environment reflects like people are offended or butthurt. You know what I mean? They love to do this to people. They love to come against you. They love to target you. Your family, you know, get them to sell out and get all them involved. Narcissistic family loves doing this to you. But the moment that you speak on it, then everybody wants to act offended though. You know what I mean? Everybody could come against your life. Everybody can smear your name. You know, everybody can team up with their little associates and so-called friends, narcissistic family, you know, smearing your name to all their associates and getting people to be around you and stuff just so they can use directed conversation in front of you. But the moment that you speak on what's going on, now everybody's upset. Now everybody's in their feelings. Everybody's all mad and butthurt. And that's what I've learned about this program. I'm going to call it a program because it seems like they got the same guidelines from state to state and everybody's going through similar tactics. So our reasons of being targeted might not be the same, but they're very similar, the tactics they use on TIs. Which, it is true, I believe in some cases, like, everybody's a targeted individual, but because it's a surveillance, you know, it's a mass surveillance system. That's what this is. But I believe TIs are the ones who have seen, you know, the truth about what's going on, like are aware of it. So most of the public's experiencing this on some degree, but they're probably just not aware of it. And that's why I say, like, these people born into these narcissistic families, some of the TIs born into these narcissistic families, a lot of them, you know, sold you out. You know, a lot of the people who are black sheeps and scapegoats of y'all's family, you know, a lot of y'all's family are involved in some evil shit. Besides gang stalking, besides organized stalking, like, that's only like one of many organized crimes in these crimes they're involved in. Besides that, and the only reason organized stalking and all these sort of you know, crimes have been able to happen under the radar is because you got law enforcement and authorities that are helping them. And that's from what I've seen, you know, with me personally, with my own family, especially if you come from a family where many of them are already offenders and reprobate minded, people that would do anything for $1. Like, yeah, they're gonna perp you. They're gonna turn on you for sure, especially if they're already insecure and they like to project. You think they're gonna turn down a deal to sell you out? I had to learn the hard way that these people, you know, they put on an image for society, but some of the sickest people are out here acting normal, walking among us. Same ones perping. Same people you got hiding in the church. So, I know I was kind of all over the place with the subjects on this video, but I just wanted to say that, you know, when you speak the truth never changes. Like I said, so it may sound the same on a lot of videos because this is really what's real. This ain't no scripted talk. This ain't no me telling you about how much I'm doing better than you. I'm not telling you to be in despair. I'm not telling you to give up. If anything, the fact that you're alive as a TI and the fact that you're here on this earth is a win in itself. That's something to be grateful for in itself. That's a form of progress in itself. Why do you think they come against you so hard? They target everything, every aspect of your life because they don't want you here. And if they do, because I know somebody always has an argument, if they do want you here, then they're trying to make it as difficult as possible. And that's not me adopting a lack mindset. I'm speaking the truth. Like, Nobody wants to call themselves a targeted individual. Nobody wants to be gang stalked. Nobody. I wouldn't even be talking about this if I wasn't going through it. This ain't something that you want to talk about. You know, this is just what is. This is the truth about what's going on. And all I gotta say is that every TI can overcome this. Just the more that you become aware of it in your own way. Because all our situations and circumstances are different, so there's not just one solution. But I wish the best to all the TIs who actually take time to hear these videos and, you know, put your experiences out there. And just stay true to yourself and not sell out. Because like I said, gang stalking, me personally, I don't believe it stops unless you become a perp yourself and sell out. I just believe you get stronger. And if you keep faith, and I'm not pushing no religion on nobody, but me, I believe in the Most High. I believe in the true divine source of existence. And I believe that faith is powerful and having some type of hope. So to everybody out there experiencing this, it don't matter, you know, how many people they send to get a reaction out of you, what these people are saying about you, because you know who you are. They weren't there when you were born. They didn't see your life from when you started out the womb, you know what I mean? These people like to base you off of one YouTube video. These people like to base you off of one rumor, one group chat, one gossiping individual. And they like to just dismiss you, but at the end of the day, you know who you are. The Most High knows who you are. You don't have to prove shit to these people.